I've got a big idea brewing, so I had to fuel up with a crunchy peanut butter sandwich before I could get started on the day. Marlin still had the front wheel off after transport from our ride through Elm Creek, but after a quick assembly, which should take about 30 seconds, I'll get on the road. The job actually took about 5 minutes because the front brake was rubbing and required some adjustments. Part of being a constant novice is expecting that quick jobs have a tendency to stretch out. I'll have to check the brake assembly because it should go on very easy. But with it finally rolling smoothly, I was ready to get on the road. My destination was completely familiar, but in the last few days I've begun to see it in a new light and as a portal to unlimited possibilities. Just about 5 miles from the Constant Novice Studios and world headquarters, there's a lush and expansive forest. And on the very edge of that forest, there is a tiny strip of land with a special designation. And with that designation, a world of opportunity. But since the commute to the forest took me right past the Theodore Wirth Trail System, I couldn't help but drop in for a quick shred session. Back on the road, I was closing in on my destination. And with a quick climb, I had arrived. This is the Bryn Mawr Anwatn School Forest. The observant viewer of this channel might recognize this area. Just to the right is the location of the Wikia from early in the COVID journal days. And as I said, this forest is very familiar to me. During the school year, I see and explore the forest nearly every day because my classroom looks directly at it and has an amazing panoramic view. On bike, it takes a little over 1 minute to ride from the northernmost to the southernmost point of the school forest. And east to west, it measures about a modest 50 meters. But what it lacks in size, it makes up in possibility. In the last few years, this land has gained the status of an official DNR school forest, and I happen to be the school forest coordinator. This means I get a packet of information every year about the school forest program, but it also means we as a school have taken on the responsibility of managing and developing the forest resource, and that's where my big idea comes in.
Alright, so here we are. This is it. This is the Anwatn Forest. As you can see, it's pretty rough. I'm going to just walk through, and I just have this vision that we can develop this. We have the opportunity to develop it in lots of different ways. Multi-use trails, increase the accessibility, the safety, and the educational value of it. So I'm just gonna walk the grounds a little bit and kind of let my mind wander, imagine what it could be like.
A drainage ditch runs south to north, bisecting the land the entire length into east and west banks. The top of the east bank opens up onto the grassy Anwaton and Bryn Mawr campuses. When climbing the west bank, you are quickly met by a chain link fence marking the border between the school forest and the adjacent Theodore Wirth Park.
It's pretty thick in here. Be a lot of corridor to clear. But so far, I'm starting to see some trails and some lines up the slope, down the slope. There's a lot of cool spots to just build little bridges and log rolls, and also secondary routes that a person could easily walk on, and even a person who doesn't walk well or needs some assistance, maybe even a wheelchair. It'd be so cool to just open up this space to more people. So I'm excited to explore it some more. Just gonna keep walking around a little bit and then let's head back. It's gonna be cool. Double benefit, we'll get rid of a bunch of this buckthorn, invasive species. It's right on the new trail. Get rid of it. Follow this log. Oh yeah. Get rid of that buckthorn. Come over here. I gotta find a way out of here. Oh, sweet. And we're back. Nice complete circuit. I like it.
After exploring the untrodden South End, I was ready to check out some more established trails, which started with a sketchy roll into a ditch crossing, followed by what would be a super steep and technical climb.
No way. That would be a pretty sweet, rooty climb or descent. Okay, little geography lesson here. Anwaton Bryn Mawr Forest, Theodore Wirth Park, right through there. So that's what we got to work with. That's a lot. There's a lot back here. Never ridden this on mountain bike. Ugh. Narrow, rooty.
I've walked these trails more times than I can count, but they instantly became very narrow and rooty when I tried to ride through them.
How awesome would this be as a super challenging skinny or log roll and a nice pedestrian bridge that is more accessible. This would be awesome. Nice little like horseshoe loop right here you could do too. So many possibilities. Awesome. challenging climb.
With the scouting mission done, I ventured into some other unofficial trails and definitely found some fun as I made my way back to the Constant Novice Studios. This will obviously be a major undertaking, but I think it can and should be done. This forest is a resource I have committed to help manage, and building usable trails will get more people outside and exploring the woods. And as we all know, when you're in the woods, you can't help but have a great time. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If I don't see you on the trail, I'll see you on the internet.